Ladies and gentlemen, life is a masterpiece, painted with every decision and every experience we encounter. Yet, far too often, we allow the brush of our focus to linger on yesterday's canvas. Today, I want to invite you to shift your gaze forward and adopt a transformative mindset, never look back. Why? Because your greatest potential lies ahead, waiting to be realized. Let me share with you an inspiring collection of key principles to guide you on this journey of progress and purpose. Your past is a teacher, but not your master. It's easy to get caught in the trap of letting past mistakes, failures, or even past successes dictate the course of our future. We all have a history collection of moments, decisions, and events that have shaped who we are today. But here's the truth: the past is nothing more than a series of lessons meant to prepare us for the greater journey ahead. It's a chapter, not the whole story. You've experienced pain, setbacks, disappointments, and maybe even triumphs that once brought you joy. But the greatest gift your past can give you is the wisdom it has imparted. Every hardship you faced has taught you something valuable. Maybe it taught you resilience, the importance of perseverance, or how to handle failure. Every success you've achieved has shown you your own potential, how far you can go when you put in the effort and stay true to your goals. But that's all it is. The past is a classroom, not a prison. Too often we allow the weight of the past to dictate our present. We let regret hold us hostage, reliving our mistakes over and over as if they were chains we cannot escape. But the past was never meant to shackle you. It was meant to guide you, to provide you with the tools you need to move forward. You are not your mistakes, you are not your failures, and you are certainly not defined by your struggles. These things are part of your story, but they do not define the story's end. The key is to carry the lesson, not the weight. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this experience? This is where true power lies, not in letting past mistakes haunt you, but in taking those experiences and turning them into fuel for your future. Don't let your history write your future for you. Instead, use it as a guide that shows you how far you've come and how much further you can go. Just understand that the past has no power over you unless you let it. It's tempting to get stuck in the what ifs and the could have beens, but I'll tell you this: the what's next is always more powerful than the what was. There is a new day waiting for you. It is full of potential, opportunity, and possibility. You've learned enough from the past to be ready for what's ahead. But it's time to stop looking back and start moving forward. Take the lessons, let go of the weight, and step into the future with confidence. You have everything you need to create a life that is powerful, meaningful, and full of purpose. The past has shaped you, but it is not the definition of who you are or who you are becoming. You are a work in progress, and your future is yours to create. Regret is one of the most destructive emotions we can experience, yet it often sneaks up on you silently, stealing our peace and our joy without us even realizing it. It's a thief in the night, coming in when we least expect it and leaving us empty. And what does regret rob us of? It robs us of our present, the very moment that we have the power to shape. It takes away our peace, our ability to live fully right now, and it fills us with a sense of if only. We've all been there. We've all looked back and thought about the mistakes we've made, the opportunities we missed, the chances we didn't take. We think about how things could have turned out differently if we had made a different choice, if we had done something sooner, or if we had been braver. And with every thought of regret, we sink deeper into the belief that we are somehow less than what we could have been, less than what we should have been. But here's the truth: dwelling on regret doesn't change anything. It doesn't rewrite history. It doesn't give you the power to undo what's already been done. It only steals your energy and your focus, distracting you from what lies ahead. When regret whispers, it's subtle, poisonous. If only it's time to replace that with a much more powerful question: what's next, you see? The power of your future doesn't lie in what's behind you. It's in what you do with what you've learned. Every moment you spend regretting your past is a moment you lose to creating your future. And the longer you hold on to the past, the harder it becomes to move forward. The key to overcoming regret is not to ignore the lessons you've learned. No, we must learn from the past, but we cannot live in it. The past is a teacher, not a home. The future, however, is a vast field of possibilities. And every moment you spend wrapped up in regret is a moment you steal from that future. Don't let it happen. Don't let the thief of regret steal your opportunities, your potential, and your peace of mind. The future has much more to offer than the past ever could. Ask yourself what's next. What action can I take right now that will push me closer to the life I want to create? The next step, the next decision, the next opportunity is right in front of you. And every moment you focus on regret, you miss it. You lose it. But the second you decide to move forward, everything changes. The future is waiting for you to take action, to stop being a prisoner of the past, and to embrace the present with open arms. It's time to leave regret behind. It has nothing to offer you but a false sense of security that doesn't serve your future. Instead, choose to embrace the possibilities ahead. Let the lessons from the past guide you, but let the future pull you forward. The life you want, the peace you seek, and the joy you deserve are all waiting for you just ahead. Step into it now. Don't let regret keep you from living the life you were meant to live. The rearview mirror in your car is small for a reason. It's there to help you occasionally check your surroundings, to remind you of where you've been, and to ensure that you're aware of what's behind you. But the windshield, the large glass pane in front of you, is where your focus should be. The windshield is your future, your opportunities, your potential. It's where you need to keep your eyes if you want to make progress and move forward. Yet so many of us spend too much time looking at the rearview mirror, and that's where we get stuck. We look back at our past, at our mistakes, our missed chances, our hardships, and we start to believe that's the only thing that defines us. We start to think that our future is limited by what has already happened, that the road ahead is just a continuation of the struggles we've endured. But that's not true. The rearview mirror is a small piece of your story. It's a snapshot of what has been, not what is going to be. The truth is, life is not about where you've been. It's about where you're going. The past can give you valuable lessons, yes, but it should never limit your potential. If you spend all your time looking back, you're missing the view of the incredible journey ahead. Think about it when you're driving. You don't focus on the rearview mirror. You glance at it, but your attention is on the road ahead, where you're going, and the opportunities that lie in front of you. The same principle applies to life. The more you focus on the past, the more you limit your ability to see the possibilities before you. The future is full of chances, choices, and growth. It's full of people you haven't met, places you haven't been, and experiences you haven't had. But none of that is possible if you're stuck looking in the rearview mirror, constantly replaying old mistakes and missed opportunities. You've learned from the past. Now it's time to take what you've learned and use it to fuel your journey forward. Yes, glance back once in a while to gain perspective, but don't stay there. Don't let the past dictate your future. The windshield is much larger than the rearview mirror for a reason. It's the place where you can see clearly, where you can chart your course, and where you can focus on where you're going. If you keep your eyes on the road ahead, you'll be amazed at the new opportunities that come your way. The future is waiting for you, and it's bigger than any past mistake or regret. So take your eyes off the rearview mirror and focus on the road ahead. Don't let your past mistakes define your journey. Let the lessons of the past inform your choices, but never let them hold you back. The best part of your journey is still ahead of you. Keep your eyes on the windshield and drive forward with confidence and purpose. Your future is calling, and it's waiting for you to take the wheel. Emotional baggage is one of the heaviest loads you will ever carry in your life. And it's one that most of us don't even realize we're hauling around. We carry it with us. Everyday guilt over past mistakes, resentment toward others, heartbreak from lost relationships, and we think it's just part of who we are. We hold on to it because somehow we've convinced ourselves that it defines us. But the truth is, it's nothing more than a weight that slows us down and keeps us from moving forward. Imagine trying to run a marathon while carrying a backpack full of bricks. It would be impossible. You would be exhausted before you even reach the first mile. And yet, that's exactly what we're doing when we carry emotional baggage, whether it's guilt from something we regret, resentment toward someone who hurt us, or heartbreak from a past relationship that didn't work out. We're holding ourselves back, burdening ourselves with things that we can never change. And the more we carry, the harder it becomes to move forward. I want you to understand something crucial: the past is over. You can't change it. You can't go back and undo the mistakes you've made or the wrongs that have been done to you. You can't change the people who hurt you or the things that caused you pain. But what you can do is let go of the weight of those experiences. You can choose to forgive yourself and others. You can choose to free yourself from the chains that keep you tied to a past that no longer serves you. Forgiveness isn't just about the other person. It's about you. It's about setting yourself free from the grip of resentment and anger that holds you in place. When you forgive, you're not excusing the behavior or forgetting what happened. You're releasing yourself from the burden of carrying it. You're lightening your load so that you can move forward with the energy, strength, and clarity you need to create the life you deserve. And let's not forget about self-forgiveness. We all make mistakes. We all have regrets. But carrying guilt around only keeps you stuck in the past, unable to move forward. You have to let go of the mistakes you've made and understand that they don't define you. You are not your past. You are not the sum of your failures. The mistakes you've made are simply lessons that have helped you grow and become wiser. But once you've learned the lesson, it's time to let it go and move on. The lighter you travel through life, the farther you'll go. The less emotional baggage you carry, the more energy you'll have to pursue your dreams, seize new opportunities, and create the future you want. Life isn't about holding on to the past, it's about embracing the present and stepping confidently into the future. The only way to do that is to let go of the weight that's holding you down. Release the guilt, to release the resentment. Release the heartbreak. Forgive others. Forgive yourself. Once you do, you'll find that life becomes easier. The path ahead becomes clearer. And you'll be able to move forward with purpose, with passion, and with a sense of freedom that you've never known before. You're not meant to carry all that weight. Let it go and watch how much further you'll go. The present moment is the most precious thing we have. It is where life happens. So often we overlook it, distracted by the past or consumed with worries about the future. But let me tell you, growth happens now. It happens in the actions you take today, the decisions you make today, and the mindset you choose to embrace today. The truth is, if you are not fully present in the moment, you are missing the most important part of your journey. We all have a tendency to look back at the past, to regret mistakes, missed opportunities, and what could have been. And yes, the past has shaped us, it has taught us lessons, given us experiences, and built the foundation for who we are. But when we stay focused on the past, we miss the opportunity to shape our future. The past cannot be changed, but the present is full of infinite possibilities. You can decide right now to step forward, to create something new, and to move closer to the person you want to become. Growth is not something that happens later, in some distant future. It happens now. It happens when you decide to take responsibility for your life and the choices you make. It happens when you stop waiting for the perfect moment, the ideal circumstances, or the right conditions. The present moment is the only one that matters. It is the moment where change begins. It is the moment where the seeds of your future are planted. Think about it, you cannot change what has already happened, and you cannot predict the future. The only control you have is right now. It is the decisions you make today that will determine where you will be tomorrow. It is in your actions today that the path to your success is built. Every choice you make in the present moment has a ripple effect that will shape your life in the future. But you must be present to make those choices. You must be aware of the opportunities around you, ready to seize them when they appear. There's a reason why we call it the present, because it is a gift. The past is behind us, and the future is unknown. But today, right now, is a gift waiting to be unwrapped. The more you focus on the present, the more you begin to realize the incredible power you have in your hands. The past can never hold you back unless you let it. The future is not something to fear, it is something to create. And the only way to do that is to fully embrace the present. Too many people waste time worrying about what they should have done or what might happen. But the only way to truly live is to make the most of today. Don't let the shadows of the past cloud the light of the present. Don't let fear of the future paralyze you from taking action now. Your dreams, your growth, your success, they are all possible right now. The person you want to become, the life you want to live, the goals you want to achieve, they all start today. The present is where everything begins. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Don't let the past define you. And don't let the future overwhelm you. Embrace today. Take action today. Grow today. Because the only way to create a better tomorrow is to start living fully in the present. Your future is waiting for you, but it can only become what you choose to make of it today. The power of forward thinking is the force that propels you toward a life that is not just lived, but actively shaped. Too many people are stuck in the past, haunted by things they cannot change. They let the mistakes, missed opportunities, and regrets hold them hostage, while the future waits quietly, full of potential and promise. But forward thinkers are different. Forward thinkers are dreamers with a plan. They don't just wait for things to happen, they envision their future and take deliberate steps to make it a reality. The truth is, the future is not some distant event that will arrive out of nowhere. The future is dynamic, it's a living, breathing entity that you have the power to shape. The decisions you make today, the actions you take today, the mindset you choose to carry today, these are the very building blocks of the future you will one day live in. The past is static, it's done. It's already written. But the future? The future is still unwritten, and it's yours to create. When you start to think forward, you begin to understand that you are in control. You are not a victim of your circumstances, you are the architect of your destiny. The first step to forward thinking is to visualize your future. What do you want your life to look like? Where do you want to be in 1 year, 5 years, or even 10 years? Picture it clearly in your mind. See yourself achieving your goals, living the life you dream about, and becoming the person you are capable of becoming. This visualization is not just a daydream, it's the blueprint for your future. But it doesn't stop with visualization. Dreaming is important, but it's the planning that turns dreams into reality. Forward thinkers don't just hope for a better future, they set goals that excite them, goals that challenge them, and goals that stretch them beyond their comfort zone. These goals are the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. They give you direction, they give you purpose, and they give you something to strive for. Without goals, you are simply drifting, carried by the currents of life. But with clear, compelling goals, you are taking charge of your path, and each step you take brings you closer to the future you've visualized. The key is to set goals that truly excite you. Goals that light a fire inside of you, that make you feel a little nervous because they challenge you to grow in ways you've never grown before. These are the goals that will push you through the tough times. Because let's be honest, there will be tough times. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and moments when you feel like giving up. But it's in those moments that your goals will keep you moving forward. When you know why you're doing what you're doing. When you have a vision of the life you want to create, nothing will stop you. The future is waiting for you, but it will only become what you make of it. It will not happen by chance, and it will not be handed to you. It will be shaped by the choices you make today, the actions you take today, and the mindset you carry today. So don't let the past hold you back. Don't let fear or doubt stop you from dreaming big. Visualize your future, set your goals, and go after them with everything you've got. The future is yours to create, and there is no better time than right now to start. Failure is something most people dread. But what if we told you that failure isn't something to fear? What if, instead of seeing failure as the end, you saw it for what it truly is, a stepping stone to success? Too many people let past failures become the defining moment of their lives. They allow that one misstep, that one bad decision, to become the label they wear. But that's not the truth. Failure is not final. It's simply feedback. Think about it for a second. Every successful person, every great achiever, has faced failure. They've fallen short, made mistakes, and stumbled along the way. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they respond to failure. Do they let it define them? Do they let it hold them back? Or do they stand up, dust themselves off, and keep moving forward? The choice is always yours. Failure is simply a sign that you tried. And trying is the cornerstone of success. You see, if you're not failing, you're not taking risks. You're not pushing yourself to grow, to learn, and to reach beyond your current limits. The only way to truly fail is to stop trying, to stop taking those steps forward. Every time you fail, you learn something valuable. You learn what works and what doesn't. You gather the wisdom that only experience can bring, and you become stronger because of it. Too often, we make the mistake of thinking that our worth is tied to our results. But that's simply not the case. Your worth is not determined by what you've achieved or what you've failed to achieve. Your worth is defined by your character, your resilience, and your ability to keep moving forward despite the challenges that come your way. Failure doesn't make you less than. It makes you more. It makes you wiser, more determined, and more prepared for the next step on your journey. What defines you is not how many times you fall, but how many times you get up. When life knocks you down, you have two choices. You can stay down, or you can rise up. And when you rise with the wisdom, the lessons, and the strength you've gained from your failure. Every failure, every setback is simply an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become better. It's an opportunity to sharpen your skills, to refine your approach, and to come back even stronger. It's time to stop letting failure define you. Stop letting it be the thing that holds you back. Stand up, dust yourself off, and step forward with a renewed sense of purpose. Failure is not the end of the road, it's just a part of the journey. The real failure comes when you give up, when you stop trying, when you allow fear and doubt to control you. But as long as you keep moving forward, no matter how many times you stumble, you are on the path to success. Remember, failure is not final. It's feedback. And as long as you use that feedback to fuel your next step, you are always moving forward. Your journey is not defined by your mistakes, but by your ability to rise from them and keep going. So take that next step with confidence, with courage, and with the wisdom that comes from knowing that failure is just a temporary detour on the road to success. The people you surround yourself with will have a profound effect on the direction of your life. Your circle of influence shapes your thoughts, your behaviors, and ultimately the actions you take. Think about the last few conversations you had. What were they about? Were they focused on growth, dreams, and new possibilities, or did they center around past mistakes, regrets, and what could have been? The energy of the people you spend the most time with is the energy you start to absorb. It becomes a reflection of your mindset, your approach to challenges, and your outlook on life. Let's face it, we all have dreams, aspirations, and ambitions, but sometimes it's easy to get stuck. It's easy to let the weight of the world, the noise of negativity, or the distractions of life hold us back. But the people you surround yourself with can either fuel your drive or extinguish your fire. The power of the right people in your life cannot be overstated. Those who are forward-moving, those who are focused on what's ahead, will inspire you to do the same. When you align yourself with people who are always looking toward the future, people who have a vision, who challenge themselves and others to rise higher, your mindset shifts. These individuals do not waste time dwelling on the past or replaying old failures. They are fixated on what's next, on the endless possibilities that await. When you spend time with people who are always striving for more, you start to feel that momentum carry you. You start to believe in what's possible for you. But the reverse is also true. If you spend time with people who are consumed by their past, who allow fear, doubt, and negativity to dominate their conversations, that energy will bleed into your own life. You'll find yourself focusing more on the things you can't change, on the mistakes you've made, instead of channeling your energy toward creating a future that excites you. The past is over. There's nothing to be gained from constantly revisiting it. But forward-moving people, the ones who focus on growth, possibility, and action, keep their eyes on the horizon. They teach you to do the same. The right people don't just inspire you, they challenge you. They won't let you settle for mediocrity. They'll push you out of your comfort zone, force you to look at yourself in the mirror and ask, are you really doing your best? These people are relentless in their pursuit of personal growth, and their passion becomes infectious. It's the kind of environment that makes you want to work harder, dream bigger, and push further. It's a place where ideas thrive, where possibilities are endless, and where success becomes inevitable. Remember, you have the power to choose who you surround yourself with. Don't let yourself fall into the trap of complacency by spending time with people who are content with where they are. Align yourself with individuals who challenge you, who inspire you, and who show you that growth is a constant pursuit. When you surround yourself with forward-moving people, their momentum will carry you further than you could ever go alone. Their belief in the future will become your belief. And together, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Dreams are powerful. They fuel our passions, ignite our ambitions, and give us a glimpse of what could be. They paint a picture of a better life, of success, fulfillment, and impact. But as much as dreams inspire, they are only as valuable as the actions we take to bring them to life. Without action, dreams are nothing more than fleeting thoughts, beautiful ideas that never become a reality. It's easy to get caught in the cycle of dreaming without doing. We envision the life we want, the success we desire, and the impact we could have. But dreams without action are simply fantasies, products of wishful thinking that won't move us closer to where we want to be. The truth is, the future demands action. It doesn't matter how grand your dreams are or how clear your vision is if you're not willing to take the necessary steps today to make them a reality. You can talk about your goals, plan for your future, and even visualize your success, but until you act, it's all just imagination. The future doesn't care about how much you dream. It cares about what you do now to make those dreams come true. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It is the force that propels you forward, turning your thoughts into tangible outcomes. Every step you take today, no matter how small, moves you closer to the future you want to create. The most successful people are not the ones with the best ideas, they are the ones who put in the work, who take consistent, purposeful action toward their goals every single day. Success is not just about having a dream, it's about doing the work required to realize the dream. You have to show up, make decisions, take risks, and act on your plans. There will be challenges along the way, and there will be moments when the road ahead seems uncertain. But it is in those moments that your commitment to action will make all the difference. Think about it, every successful person you admire, every person who's achieved something significant, started exactly where you are. They had dreams just like you. But they didn't wait for the perfect moment. They didn't wait for everything to align perfectly. They took action. Even when it was hard, even when it seemed risky, even when they weren't sure of the outcome. They understood that progress doesn't happen in a vacuum. It happens in the messy, imperfect, often challenging process of doing the work. And as they acted, they learned, they grew, and they made their dreams a reality. Now is the time to stop waiting. Stop hoping for change to come to you. Take the first step, even if you don't have it all figured out. The future isn't some distant destination that magically arrives one day. It's built one decision, one action, one step at a time. The future rewards those who take action in the present, who turn their dreams into tasks and their ambitions into results. You control your future through the choices you make today. The actions you take today will determine the life you live tomorrow. So what steps will you take today to move closer to the future you want? The time for dreaming is now, but the time for acting is even more important. It's time to turn your dreams into your reality, one action at a time. Fear is a powerful force, one that can creep into your mind and stop you in your tracks. It often whispers in your ear, telling you that you've tried before and failed, reminding you of all the mistakes you've made, and convincing you that the future will be no different. Fear thrives on the past, drawing strength from your previous experiences, whether they were successes or failures. But the truth is, fear is a liar. It doesn't want you to move forward because it knows that if you do, it loses its grip on you. Fear keeps you stuck in the past, chained to what could have been. But faith is the key that unlocks those chains and sets you free to move toward the future. When you have faith in yourself and in the possibilities that lie ahead, you realize that the past does not dictate your future. You are not defined by your previous experiences, you are defined by the actions you choose to take now. Faith isn't about blindly hoping for something to happen. It's about believing in your ability to create change, to learn from the past, and to move forward with confidence in the face of uncertainty. Faith gives you the courage to face your fears and take the first step, even when you don't have all the answers. The truth is, every single person who has ever achieved anything of significance has faced fear. It's a part of the journey. But what separates those who succeed from those who don't is the willingness to face that fear head on and move through it. The person who is willing to take a step forward, even when they feel uncertain, is the person who ultimately finds success. It's not the absence of fear that matters, but the ability to push through it, to keep moving forward despite it. Faith is the antidote to fear. When you have faith in yourself and your ability to grow, and in the possibilities of tomorrow, fear loses its power. It becomes just another hurdle, another challenge to overcome. Faith shifts your focus from what could go wrong to what could go right. It allows you to see opportunities where others see obstacles. With faith, you embrace the unknown, knowing that even if you stumble, you will learn, you will grow, and you will grow, and you will keep moving forward. Every step you take in faith is an act of courage. It's a declaration that you believe in your potential, and that you are not going to let fear dictate the course of your life. It's the decision to take action, even when doubt tries to paralyze you. And as you take those steps, you build momentum. Each act of courage makes the next one a little easier. And before you know it, fear is no longer controlling you. It's simply a background noise to the bold, confident, and faith-driven life you're creating. Replace your fears with belief. Believe in the person you are becoming. Believe in the power of tomorrow. Believe that no matter what the past has taught you, the future holds greater possibilities than you ever imagined. And with every step forward, no matter how small, you will break free from the chains of fear and step into the bright future that awaits you. Faith will carry you where fear never could. So my friends, as you stand at the crossroads of what was and what can be, make a choice. Choose to move forward. Choose to leave behind the chains of regret and the anchors of doubt. Your future is calling. Don't miss it by looking back. Thank you.